here I am now thinking a bit of a few controversial things. And those controversial things are, in a way, Islam, the number 666, Lucifer, and I think I could stop at these. Now, I heard from some source that there is a Christian idea, prophecy more or less, that says about the well known four horses of the apocalypse. Now, one of them, the last one, is said to come on a pale green horse. Okay, this is from a source. I think they know what they're saying, but I'm just replicating the source. Now, this source says that the fourth horseman of the apocalypse is presented on a pale green horse and comes with two swords. Pale green is basically the opposite of life. Well, not necessarily death, either an opposite of life, theoretically death, or something that wants to replicate life. In the Christian belief, life can only be Jesus because, well, he is the Alpha and Omega of Christianity. Something that wants to replicate Jesus, well, indirectly they are referring to Islam. I'm not sure exactly, but it's a prophecy that said a few things. Now, I'm not here to present any religion as good or bad. To me, they're both meaning, so meaning is kind of irrelevant to me. I can't care much. People are free to believe in whatever they want. Forbidding people to believe in something will only make their minds more perverts, right? So, when it comes to any possible idea, okay, people are free to believe in those. As far as I'm concerned, it is up to the authorities in the state to deal with problematic humans, right? Because even if there are fanatics in Islam, there are fanatics from Christianity, there are fanatics from Jewish people, especially Zionists. So I don't see any of the religions being more angelic or, pure than the others. So the prophecy says that, that would become a symbol. Actually, there is a symbol in this world. Something green with two swords is basically, or pale green, that's basically the flag of Saudi Arabia in a way. And it was said that this one would be given a quarter of the world to rule and to bring ruin to. Well, apparently, when Islam appeared, it spread itself on a certain part of the world, approximately a quarter of the world. Now, I'm not sure if this is necessarily a prophecy of doom's bringing or a prophecy of a new religion being birthed, because ultimately a prophecy has the purpose to present something, but unfortunately, people will take things out of context. So, I'm not here to present Islam as being evil. Yes, there are a lot of people who paint Islam in a very bad rename, and there are obviously some people who are not doing Islam a good favor, but ultimately, it is just another religion with its own teachings. I find some of them similar to Christianity, perhaps a bit too similar. What I found weird though is that I thought Christianity was younger than Islam, but apparently Islam is younger, for it appeared 700 years later than Christianity, making it the baby religion. Well, honestly, it is still a religion, followed by a lot of people, and well, they have their own teachings, they have their own ways. Now, what I find something even more weird is that another source presented the possibility. Well, I can't care about these sources, I'm just presenting them to you, and well, you do with this information what you see fit. But someone said that even the name of Allah would come from an ancient Greek, and something like that. The symbols were representative of the number 666. Now, that's a bit weird because this number is uh, very twisted by humanity. See, the number 666 is attributed to the devil in Christianity, so I'm guessing that someone wanted, through that source, to pinpoint Islam as negative or whatever else. Now, the number 666 for people, you see, 666 or 6 in general, in numerology, it is the number of the family. It is the number of humanitarianism, the number of abundance, the number of the family, and, well, I think it's also the number of peace. And when it comes to 666, it's actually the number of humanity. Now, what does a sick society need to do in order to rule you? Well, it needs to reverse the truth, right? It tells you and programs you to accept lies as if they are the truth. We are living in a sick society where you have been taught lies and you have been told all sorts of scummy things ever since you were born. Now, I've got one big question for you. When was it the last time you actually heard the truth from this sick society, right? Now, here comes another question of mine that I've been thinking about. See, if everything is reversed in this sick society and they are, teaching you to revere, goddamn creations of Hollywood and the such, people who swore allegiance to the devil, they even took oaths in the name of neo-Satanism, right? You don't believe me? Go on YouTube and look for the. There are a few documentaries about Elvis and any great star you can think of that basically became so famous because they went through some of these satanic rituals and they got given some of these demon like powers that allowed them to become so charming and attractive to the masses. Now, obviously, it's gonna sound doo doo for a lot of people, but I'm telling you from personal experience, don't mess with energies beyond yourself, okay? I kind of did in a way, and well, fortunately, let's say my shields or whatever faith or whatever thing that protected me actually did a very good job, okay? Now, honestly, to move even further, see, they're telling you that the devil has the mark 666 on them. The question is, why is the devil called Lucifer, however? Because Lucifer means the bringer of light, right? In my own belief, which I created through my own system and perception of the world, light is for me the symbol of fanaticism, because light brings blindness. Light can only blind you, it is the path of the weak. Because even in the Bible, it said that everything came out of nothing, right? At first, there was nothing, and then came creation. When creation came, physicality appeared and also sound. Every physicality has a sound, every sound has a physicality to it. You know, physicality is the proof of existence, right? In a compact way. A sound is the proof of any physicality. So everything came out of darkness. If you look at the cosmos, 99.999% of it is darkness. Just because there are some balls of light shining here and there, everything else is darkness. If you move outside of the solar systems, it's pitch blackness, right? And everything apparently seems to be returning into a black hole, which is a gateway to nothingness, to, well, becoming one with creation. So, well, I don't know. I would go as far as saying that the roles of the creator and the so called anti creator have been reversed. But I can't imagine any of the three grand religions ever believing to that. Don't forget, your whole history has been concealed, has been lied to, right? They're never telling you anything real about things that happened. We don't know what happened truly during the Second World War, right? There are pieces of evidence that actually the Americans weren't beating the crap out of the Japanese in the Second World War. But guess what? You know, apparently they ended up using the nuclear bombs because they couldn't contain the Japanese. Perhaps the Japanese weren't as bad as, nowadays history is telling you things, right? They're lying to you in front of you right now, right? They're no longer hiding. They're lying to you up front. They're showing you their teeth because they're obsessed with power and they know they're losing it, right? They've lost their minds long since, thousands of years ago, in the Tower of Babel when they gave themselves to some dark forces. But, well, we're not gonna dive into that. So this video was more of an introspective one. It was more to raise questions and to present a few points, right? I'm not here to demonize things because, well, as I said, most people are just slaves of the mind. And they just need to occupy their time with all sorts of meanings and, juggle these meanings so that, they can easily run from the, things that they need to do, right? From the responsibilities. And because many people are miserable and they need to run away from their misery, and well, distractions are a very good way apparently, but they're spiraling down the rabbit hole, right? So hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness, and well, this being said, Ferinjan Board signing out.